What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Undead Enigma 9 coming at you for another video. I know it's been 2 months since the last video, but that's okay. We're not going to get into it and we're not going to make another update video. We're just going to get right into our video. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys, as you can tell in the title, about my most anticipated games of E3 2016. I know it's pretty late, but at least I'm getting around to making the video. So in the background we got some old Overwatch beta gameplay because I didn't buy the game. I know the game is really cool, but there were complications with me purchasing the game. Anyways, we're going to kick off this list at number 5 with Spider-Man PS4.
People see me and think they're safer. But it's not really me they're seeing. Probably for the best. Knowing everything hinges on a guy from Queens sounds as scary as it feels. No pressure, right?
It's no secret in my life that I'm a huge fan of the Spider-Man franchise and the Spider-Man character. He's one of my favorites. He actually is my favorite superhero, and I love him to death. So when I saw that Sony was getting a PS4 exclusive Spider-Man game developed by Insomniac Games, I was immediately hooked. And I immediately wanted this game. Developed by amazing Insomniac Games, who've done games like Spyro the Dragon, frickin' Ratchet and Clank, Sunset Overdrive. I'm forgetting something. Oh, one of my personal favorites, Resistance, the Resistance franchise. Insomniac Games has no shortage of heavy hitters underneath its belt, and to their regard, the storytelling that they can pull off with a character like Spider-Man, just the ideas alone get me enthralled and excited. I'm not sure how I feel about the suit. I don't know. I couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know if you found the suit anywhere. Let me know in the comments down below. But the suit looks nice, but the suit looks different, and I'm not sure how I feel about the difference. But either way, what's done is done, and we shouldn't complain. The only issue is that there were a lot of rumors speculated around either Sucker Punch or Insomniac developing this game before it came out. And when I didn't see that Sucker Punch logo, I was very, very hopeful that we would see another infamous game presented on the E3 show floor. But to my dismay, there was no Infamous at E3 2016. Now, to keep on with the list and move on to our next game, I want to talk about a game that caught me by surprise, and I'm kind of interested in and kind of looking to gauge my interest in, and that game is We Happy Few.
Oh, heavens no. Oh, God.
It's very dangerous to put your hands outside the windows of the train.
I should just take my joy, shouldn't I?
Compulsion Games presented us with this gem at E3, and from the minute that I saw We Happy Few, it was one of the few open world exploration games that I was actually interested in. When I saw the beginning of the trailer, it reminded me a lot of Fallout. When I saw the gameplay playthrough, it reminded me a bit of Fallout. And as I just saw it progress, I'm not really a Fallout fan, but even I was very, very interested when I saw We Happy Few, and I was very excited. So let me read on Compulsion Games' website exactly what We Happy Few is. It says, "We Happy Few is the tale of a plucky bunch of moderately terrible people trying to escape from a lifetime of cheerful denial. Set in a drug-fueled, retrofuturistic city in an alternative 1960s England, you'll have to blend in with its other inhabitants, who have their own set of not-so-normal rules." So from what I can gather, from what I've seen from gameplay at E3 and the trailer, I understand that We Happy Few takes place in sort of, like they said, retrofuturistic England, sort of a dystopian city where life is pretty crappy. Life is pretty bad. And everybody is hyped up on this drug called Joy. And what Joy does is it's a psychotropic drug that makes the people, the inhabitants, hallucinate that everything is fine, that life is great. Later in the trailer, you even see people eating a rat. That's how bad Joy is. And your character has gotten off of his Joy. He stopped taking it. He realizes that there's something messed up going wrong. And it's up to you to sort of progress through the world as you will and make a change of things. I don't really know what the purpose is. I don't really know too much about it because I'm not the type that likes to over-research into my games and kind of ruin it for myself. I feel like I spoil the story for myself. But I am interested to see where this game is going. Now, this game is currently announced for Xbox One, Windows, Mac, and Linux, and is set to be released in 2016. The game will be available for early access on July 26th, Steam Early Access, and Microsoft Game Preview. I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm not really sure where they're going to take it, what they're going to do with it, but there's hope. Now, the next game I'd like to talk about is a gem near and dear to my heart, and that is South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Why did we choose this life? Why did we become superheroes? We dedicate our lives to fighting crime for one reason: to make $1 billion on a superhero franchise. Now let's go through the plan one more time. First, we start with the Coon movie. Then we do the Super Craig movie. Then Super Craig and Coon will join forces in the Human Kite movie just as we start ramping up Kenny's Netflix series. How come I have to have the Netflix series? I want a movie too. You have a movie, Mysterion. You're in the third Coon and Friends United movie after your Netflix series.
Yeah, but he's saying he doesn't ever get his own movie.
Do I get my own movie? Not everyone gets their own movie.
The franchise plan sucks. If we want to make billions of dollars, then I think we should start with the Tupperware movie.
Right, start with a black superhero.
Marvel is making a black superhero movie.
Yeah, now? They waited years to get to that. We follow their plan. We do all the real people first, and we sneak the black guy in phase 3.
How about we just do movies starring all of us, like all the time? But then we're just rehashing the same old material.
There's nothing wrong with doing the exact same movie to start a franchise.
Okay, J.J. Abrams.
Okay, so you're on Cartman's side?
He just likes this plan because he gets 2 movies in phase 1.
Guys, we have to just go with this plan. We don't even have one movie yet.
How did it get to this? How did we grow so far apart?
You go with the plan. Maybe we'll just go and do our own franchise. Yeah. Oh, you want Civil War? Is that what you want? Yeah, dude, it's Civil War. You. Oh, you get out of my house.
We'll make way more money on our franchise.
Go ahead. I bet you don't even get halfway through phase 1 on your franchise, DC Comics.
I thought Civil War wasn't supposed to happen until phase 3.
Shut up, Super Craig.
South Park: The Fractured Butthole. How much do I really need to say about this game? It's South Park. South Park: The Stick of Truth was an amazing RPG experience that no one thought would be as good as it was. Even the producers, fucking, what's their names? Trey Parker and Matt Stone, I'm pretty sure that's their names. They didn't even think how, like, they didn't expect how much the game was going to blow up. It blew their minds and it blew everybody's minds. That game was some serious shit. The games that they made before it, the N64 games, were trash. And all South Park games before The Stick of Truth were fucking terrible. The producers said they were never gonna go for another South Park game again, but The Stick of Truth came and they buckled down. They put a huge stake into it. They put a lot of their own time and effort into the game, and to be honest, you can see that it paid off. You can see a lot of amazing things in The Stick of Truth, and The Fractured Butthole is going to be no exception. That's obvious. Well, Stick of Truth was a dick joke, so Fractured Butthole joke. It rips off, I guess, the Captain America Civil War storyline? No idea. It looks really funny, looks really interesting. Can't wait to play as Coon and friends, or well, use them as my allies, and can't wait to see how, if they're gonna incorporate you being an original character again, or if they're gonna make you play as characters in the game. I don't know what's gonna go down with that. But anyways, that's all I really had to say about South Park. The next game that I want to talk about in my list is my penultimate most anticipated game for E3 2015, or 2016, excuse me. I only do one take. And that is Scalebound.
Wonderful.
Hardly seems like a fair fight. Just one of you against all of us. Let's go, big guy!
So the next game that I want to talk about, my second most anticipated game for E3 2016, is Scalebound. It was my second most anticipated game for E3, but to be honest with you, I don't really care about it anymore. I still think that it's going to be good, and I'm still excited to get a chance to get my hands on it, and I know that it says it's only releasing for Xbox One, but if Microsoft is smart, and with the way they've been moving their products, it's likely going to come out for PC as well. And if I can get my hands on Scalebound and I can get to play it, I think that's going to be a really fun and refreshing RPG experience. I really like the incorporation of the character dragon hybrid with the dragon that accompanies you. I really like the idea of how music is incorporated into the game. I'm curious why your character likes listening to music when he fights, how it helps him get in the zone, if that's just a thing from when he was a regular human, or like before he gets his dragon powers, or if there's something more to it. I'm really curious. There's a lot of questions that I have about this game, and they haven't showed us a lot of information as far as I know, but they have showed us a lot of gameplay, and gameplay is important. I'm gonna put the gameplay from the E3 trailer into the video as I'm talking, so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about in terms of gameplay. But the gameplay looks questionable. It looks like it'll either be a hit or a miss, and that's because it's developed by Platinum Games. Platinum Games are a company known for hit and miss titles. Platinum Games has had a lot of success and a lot of failures. Some of their failures have been the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. What was that? Frickin' Mutants in Manhattan? Or was that the movie? I have no fucking idea. Out of the Shadows? Some shit. No idea. All I know is the game's trash. Mutants in Manhattan. Yeah, okay, the game. And that game was trash. But they also have made games like Bayonetta 2, which was one of the best fighters of its time. And or not fighter, but like beat 'em up game. The game looks very fleshed out like Bayonetta, but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see, since looking from the trailers and stuff, its frame rates seem to be suffering. Its frame rates at E3 still seem to be suffering, and the game was kind of struggling. Before I move on to my next game, I would like to give some honorable mentions. This section is saved for games that weren't able to make the list or weren't seen specifically at the E3 live streams or conferences. These games I'm still excited for, but they didn't quite make the list. And some of these games include Persona 5, Pokemon Sun and Moon, Injustice 2, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and 3, Prey, Yooka-Laylee, Horizon Zero Dawn, Skyrim Remastered, and Dishonored 2. Now I'd like to move on to my most anticipated game for E3 2016. That's right, guys. It's no shocker to anybody. My most anticipated game of E3 2016, if it couldn't be Kingdom Hearts 3, had to be Final Fantasy 15. 10 years in the making. 2006, March 2006, we saw Final Fantasy Versus 13 on the E3 stage. Heard a few things about it after that, and it just went dark for years. All of a sudden, what was it, 2014 or 2015? I'm not sure which. We get reconfirmation that this game still exists. We get shown that it's become Final Fantasy 15 instead of Versus 13. It's going to be a full-on game. A new addition to the series. Not a spin-off, a new addition. And everything about this game completely resonates with me as a person. I love the characters. I'm a Sasuke fanboy, so everybody that's making the comparisons between Sasuke and Noctis, I don't give a fuck, because I actually like Sasuke as a character. I don't think he's the most interesting character, but I think that Noctis has a lot more depth to him. I'm very curious to see how Final Fantasy will go about developing Noctis as a character, although he sort of fits the dark and broody protagonist cliche, and I know that Final Fantasy and Square Enix, I know that they're going to fully flesh him out and give him some humanity, and that's what I'm excited for. Because in a 12-24 episode anime, you don't get that. You don't get the character's flushed out experience. The character's always a solid, quiet badass, and honestly, just a bore. And oh my goodness, Noctis will be such an interesting character. The way that he fights, so much fun to play as. The teleporting all over the place, switching of weapons, and the refined combat. There have been so many videos on my channel, at least 2 videos already, of Final Fantasy 15 gameplay. One of them blew up because it was the episode Disgaea demo that I played. I played all of the Final Fantasy 15 demos. I bought Type 0 day 1 so I could get episode Disgaea. I played episode Disgaea 2.0 when that came out. I played Platinum demo when it came out, and that's on my channel too. I'd go check that out if you want. I don't really know if you care. That video didn't do too well, but it is what it is. I'm still glad that I got to play it, and I still love Final Fantasy 15. I still think it is going to be an amazing game. So many people are excited for it. So many people are anticipated for it. We've got Final Fantasy 15 coming from Square Enix. We've got what's that game after? Final Fantasy 7 Remake is coming out at some point. Kingdom Hearts 2.8. Which I guess I'm excited for. It's a remaster, so can't say too much. And then we've got Kingdom Hearts 3 that we know is actually going to be a thing. Just Square Enix has given me so much to look forward to. And September 30th, I know that I'll be playing Final Fantasy 15. Might even be streaming it. Who knows, because I'll be in university at that time. Studying game design, actually. Studying how to make a damn game. But anyways, with that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like my list? Do you disagree with my list? Do you think there's something that should have been here? Do you think there's something that shouldn't be here? It's all my personal preference, and I'd love to hear from you. With all that being said, again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. My name is Undead Enigma, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.